Heard a lot about this show, the ex-candidates.
This has been a pretty thorough interview. These institutions which we've been told to respect and trust are actually completely untrustworthy.
Have you confirmed that you are negative before attending tonight if you are unvaccinated?
I still see people with masks on and driving, and they're in the car by themselves.
So you can pay my electricity bill, you think, little spiff.
We're teaching them about what it means to be a pansexual instead of teaching them how to do your taxes.
It's no for me. I say no to the boys.
Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of the ExCandidates. My name is Stephen Tripp, and as always, I'm joined by Adam Zahra, the One Nation candidate for Campbelltown. How are you today, Adam?
I'm really good, Stephen. How are you going? And I just want to say one thing. Where's Warren?
Where's Warren? And you've had a big week this week as well, speaking at the 2023 Climate and Energy Forum on Thursday night. How was that for you?
It was really, really good. I had a really good time. You can see me with the paper bag there, and I'm holding one of the deadliest substances on Earth called carbon dioxide, which is actually plant food. But we apparently policy between Liberal and Labor is to actually remove it from our atmosphere, rendering, plants without food. So that's not really good.
And that led to this article here. You've got a hit piece on Crikey now, so you've hit the big time.
Yeah, that's it. You know you're doing the right thing when Crikey starts writing about you trying to do a hit piece. And I'd like to thank John Buckley, the writer of this article, because I know it was trying to be like a hit piece on me, but actually it's all everything that I've written in there, everything that he's written there from what I've said and paraphrased from me is pretty much fact and true. And what happens is he tried to spin it that we're hitting out at Indian people for burning manure for spiritual ceremonies, and we know that they do that. And One Nation has a policy on freedom of religion, and they have their right to burn their cow dung for spiritual reasons. And it wasn't actually about that. What it was about was actually how they're really toxifying their environment, their home environment. If they're burning cow manure to heat their homes and cook their food on. 3 million people across the world die every year from burning like non-fossil fuel energy sources. So what happens is it's actually quite a serious problem. And one way to actually clean up the environment is to actually install gas and have coal-fired power stations and things like that. And India know this. That's why they're actually building 100 power plants, coal-fired power plants as we speak. Because they know that if they can get cheap energy to their people, that it can actually lift them out of poverty and it can increase their life. So imagine having all the people in India being able to walk over to their wall and flick a switch and a light comes on, or turn a dial on a stove and have a stove come on and cook their food without, burning manure and putting these gases into their homes. Imagine having a big pile of manure burning in the middle of your house. You have your doors closed because it's cold. What kind of fumes, what kind of air quality are you going to be breathing in at night? You might not wake up in the morning. So that was what my speech was about. And my speech was about, if Australia keeps going down that way, Ian Plimer himself is quoted saying that, renewable pursuit is making poor countries poorer and making rich countries poorer. And we're a rich country and we don't want to become poorer by going down an intermittent, expensive, low-density energy path. So, bring on the coal, bring on the nuclear. Let's make it happen.
And we were both at a fundraiser last night. We actually spoke to MK Singh about this, who's our Indian candidate for Parramatta, and that's MK there at the fundraiser. Your little ball head's just behind.
That's me right at the back. Yeah, that's my little shiny. That's my solar panel.
And you showed him this article, and he just laughed. He just said they're crazy. He said, "Yeah."
He goes, Indians are leaving India because they don't want to burn manure in their house anymore. So, I don't know. When you get it straight from the horse's mouth, you're kind of saying the right thing, or you're on the right path. So, but anyway, thanks to that. That article will go up on my page. Pretty proud of it, actually.
And hopefully you're going to print it up and put it in a frame behind you as well.
Maybe behind me, but so what happens with that? what is it? What did Mr. Latham say last night? He goes, if you're not getting in Crikey or Daily Mail daily, you're doing something wrong. So I must have done something right that day. Anyway, we've got a wonderful guest on with us tonight.
Yeah, I made the mistake of pitching to Adam first, and he's just taken up 5 minutes. But our guest tonight is the One Nation candidate for Penrith, Belinda McWilliams. How are you tonight, Belinda?
I'm very well, thank you. How are you guys? I've already heard that.
No, we're very excited to have you on because you've been a part of the party for quite a while now.
Yes.
What's finally made you motivate yourself to be a candidate after being with the party behind the scenes for so long?
It's been difficult because I have been behind the scenes. I've been the person behind the person running, but we need a voice in Penrith, plain and simple. This is my backyard. This is where I live. Stuart Ayres has done nothing in the last 10 years. And so we just need somebody here for the people. Penrith is a working class suburb. My partner and I are both working class people, and I just felt that we need somebody that's going to stand up for the people and follow One Nation's values.
So I've just got a quick question with that. I'm really sorry to cut in here, but excuse my ignorance because I haven't been able to research properly because we've been so busy this week. Stuart Ayres sits for what party?
Liberal. It's a Liberal.
He's a Liberal
he was the deputy leader before the John Barilaro saga, and then he's come back and said that now I've got time for the good people of Penrith. Well, in my opinion, he should have had time for the good people of Penrith because he was our MP for years. But he's done, apart from a few silly things, literally, I can't see what he's done. We got a $12 million grant from the state government 2 years ago for sports centres, sports fields. He built an underground car park for the Penrith Panthers. So that's not going back to grassroots sports, and that's what we want, people here. You know, we want to be, like I said, it's a working class suburb, and if we get $12 million and we can upgrade kids' sports grounds, or we can put amenity blocks and sports grounds and things, why do we need a $12 million car park for Penrith?
Well, in my experiences,
proud to be One Nation. I'm proud of everything that One Nation stands for, and that's why I'm doing this. Obviously for my community as well, but that's why I've been involved with the party. I took a year off just to volunteer at the federal election, and now I've taken time off again. But that's for myself. Yeah, I'm very proud, very, very proud to be One Nation.
Yeah,
and Colin, my partner's been One Nation since its inception, since 1997.
Yeah, and he's been out there and he's a pretty loud voice for One Nation, and he's always getting out there and helping people, helping especially the candidates and stuff like that too. So yeah, Colin's a pretty decent bloke, and he's a good bloke, and he's helped me out as well, just as you helped me out in my federal stuff. Especially, you know, you're like a babe in the woods, you know, you're not quite sure where you're going, you know, so you get a little bit of guidance and it helps you out. So that's quite good. So I think our message, and I'm sure your message as well, is, you know, don't listen to the hype in the media. Go read our policies. And if our policies as One Nation align with you, then that's who you would vote for.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Awesome.
All right, Belinda, thank you very much for coming on the show. I wish you all the best in your campaign. It's getting close now. I think it's only, 7 weeks now until... Yeah, so it'll go very, very quickly, I'm sure. Have you got any big events coming up that people can come and see you, or you just playing?
I've been talking a bit to Colin Rigg. I might try and do something, and he'll come out and give me a hand, and we'll just sort of in a conference room, maybe at the Paceway. But I have to speak to Tash, the CEO, first, because they're supposed to be apolitical. But because we as a party trying to support them, I think I can get around that, and then we might just have a meet and greet type thing. But at the moment, I'm letterbox dropping. I try and do it during the day, so if anybody's out and about, they can talk to me if they want to. And then, like I said, I'm walking down the main street. I'm going to a different shopping centre every day, just trying to talk to people.
And you're always out there wearing your One Nation colours?
I'm always wearing one of these, or a bright orange one. And also I've been knocking on doors, especially around the Paceway, but everywhere I'm going, and just, g'day, I'm Belinda, and vote for me.
That's fantastic. Well, Yeah, thank you very much for coming on the show tonight and giving us your time. I know you're flat out campaigning, so we really appreciate it. And if you've enjoyed this episode and really, agree with Belinda, please volunteer. We'll put her email address up and all her social media as well. So please reach out to Belinda if you want to volunteer. And please share this video out if you're listening to this from another area and you know people in Penrith. Send her this interview so they can see what Belinda's all about and hopefully support her in her election campaign. So Belinda, thank you very much for coming on the show. We really appreciate it.
Thank you, Adam. I appreciate it.
Thanks, Belinda.
Thank you.
And we'll see you all next time.
Alrighty.